What's up, everybody? Just waiting for a couple of people to log on. I received this email that is kind of a spooky email, so I want to share it with people. It's long, and a lot of things are said in here to where I feel that there's some credibility to what the person's saying. So I think that you guys need to hear this email, because this actually changes my whole perspective on how things are evolving and the direction they're going and what we all see and what's all obviously happening right in front of us, and the correlations of some of the things that he said in this email. And I hope he doesn't mind me reading this. I'm not going to say names or anything. I won't put his business out there like that, but if you send me something to this effect that catches my attention and you end it with believe it or not, you're making an impact, people are listening, then I assume that you know I might actually mention the details of what you're telling me inside of the content of your email. Okay, so listen up, everybody, because this is pretty fucking serious. The dude just says to me, basically in a nutshell, that he has a friend that works for DHS, which is Department of Homeland Security, and that they're fairly tight, and the guy has told him some things, and you know, this is one of those things that we all kind of speculate, but it's weird to see it put into this terminology. He says that you're not going to see any candidates as president, none of them. The elections are manipulated. It's all about subversion. He says that violence will erupt at the DNC and RNC, causing emotional tempers to escalate, further the supporters for all the candidates. This will draw out until November. On election night, now check this out, this is where it gets weird. On election night, Trump will receive 263 electoral votes. Hillary will receive 260 electoral votes. And a third-party candidate will receive 15, forcing Congress to invoke the 12th Amendment. Both Trump and Hillary will contest. Sporadic, isolated riots and civil disturbances will take place across the country, starting in major urban centers. The violence is intended to spread as Congress hangs on to the first two votes with no decision. This will get the ball rolling for sectional nationwide violence. Under the premises of national security, POTUS, President of the United States will declare a national emergency, also declaring martial law nationwide. Due to the nature of the situation, the UN will get involved, performing acts of control in every neighborhood under the auspice of humanitarian crisis in the United States. 7,000 UN troops are already on U.S. soil. Department of Homeland Security and Intelligence have an analysis that has been releasing their intelligence assessments, IAS, for the last 3 years on this. One IA has relabeled the descendants to the SCEs, or also known as sovereign citizen extremists. I have a copy of the IAs. Also, during our nationwide conference, call for the response division in FEMA/DHS this previous Thursday. I can't get into all that. Like, so you see where I'm going with this, right? Like, if I go any further, I start to expose too much. But the list goes on about how FEMA is going to be the primary response agency for counterterrorism events, Zika viral outbreaks, Ebola viral outbreaks, and he's actually talking about things that were discussed behind closed doors. So I hope you caught all that. If not, play it back. Watch it and watch it again, because that's spooky shit. That shows you behind the curtain. And like I said, there's a lot more to it. There's a lot in this email, and I only came on here because I read enough of it to feel like what's being told to me in this email. He even states that if he gets in trouble, he doesn't care because he loves his country. So I feel like that's enough for me to love this country enough with him. So if there's, like I said, I've read enough that there's a lot of credible and it feels validated to a degree because of the way it's worded, and it sounds like he's not just a guy with a computer. He's not just some dude like me that's saying things on a phone. So that manufactured chaos that I speak about, that's it right there. If this thing's all a show, and they already know how they're going to do this, they already know how they're going to do up the guy says 263 electoral votes. So how crazy would that be in November if Trump gets 263 electoral votes and Hillary receives 260, and then a third party candidate gets 15, and then we have mass civil unrest, and they declare a national emergency and declare martial law, and violence just erupts everywhere. And from what he's saying right here, there's already 7,000 UN troops in the U.S. already. I don't know if that's going to be enough when the shit hits the fan, but you know, a lot of people will step down when people step up. So, but he's talking about like how, you remember Hurricane Katrina, how they went through neighborhoods doing sweeps through neighborhoods. He even made a statement about that. He said, under auspice of humanitarian crisis in the U.S., they will start to do performance acts of control in neighborhoods, etc. I don't even know what to say about that. That's one of those things that you know it already here. You don't want to believe it. You know there's an underlying possibility of that kind of thing erupting and happening, and there is perverted control issues within our government that would actually go to that level to inflict more control and more power. So all I can tell you people is I hope you heard that. Share it, because I've read it. Like I said, it's a long email and I've read the whole thing. I'm not going to put any more information than what I've already said, because I don't want to do anything that exposes his position or those involved. But get ready, everybody.